My name's Errol McKellar. I'm 65 years of age and I was born in Brent, northwest London, but I currently live in Thaxted, Essex. I used to be a full-time qualified mechanic and part-time football coach. Yeah, I coached one or two that were very good. I was very fortunate and very privileged to work with a young David Beckham. I was diagnosed with prostate cancer at the end of 2010. The story behind that is my wife was complaining about my snoring. Before we go any further, snoring has got nothing to do with prostate cancer. But the reason why I tell this story is because a lot of times you find out about prostate cancer by accident.
No, I had no early signs of prostate cancer. My cancer was diagnosed on a routine PSA test in 2018. My name is Bill Ribbons. I live in Northampton. I work as a trauma and orthopaedic surgeon, and I'm Professor of Sports Medicine at the local university. When I went to see my GP, who's a long-standing GP and friend, he said I was worrying unnecessarily. I said to him, well, I really would like to go and get an opinion from an oncologist. So he kindly wrote to the oncologist saying, would you please see this worrying doctor and reassure him?
You know, I went to the doctor, sat down, read a leaflet from Prostate Cancer UK, and I thought, you know what? I need to go and make an appointment to come back and do this test. Little did I think that that was going to change the rest of my life. I did the blood test. A week after that test, I was called in to do a scan. And then a couple of weeks after that scan, they called me and my wife in, sat us both down, and said, Mr. McKellar, your prostate is covered in cancer. The morning of my operation, and he said, is there anything you want to do? And I said, well, yeah. I said, I'd like to walk to the surgery. I don't want to be wheeled down to the surgery. I'd like to walk. And he decided that he was going to walk with me, and we walked to the surgery together. And I think that that's what calmed me down, really.
Like every man after their prostatectomy, you're advised to get nappies and to get pads to go into your underwear. And as you can imagine, for any man, that's quite a difficult thing to have to acknowledge and get used to.
So I had the operation, but by then the cancer had already started to travel. So I had to have nearly 3 months of radiotherapy to remove the rest of the cancer. And that was difficult. That was really, really difficult. And I think that was, for me, where I started to understand the problems with the word incontinence. I was struggling with it before, and when I had the operation and I had the prostate removed, the situation for me just seemed to amplify.
About 3 or 4 weeks after surgery, my wife took the decision it was time for me to really get moving. So she booked for us to go to the Lake District for a week. One, I hadn't realised how weak I was. I was like weak as a kitten trying to come down the slopes. It was easy enough going up, but coming down was really difficult. And by the time I got down, I can tell you that I was carrying a few extra pounds around my waist area. And then it meant trying to find a pub, trying to go in the loo, change, and then once again find somewhere to leave things. We were also staying in a hotel. I didn't really want to leave anything in the hotel, so I finished up putting it in plastic bags and bringing a week's worth back home with me.
I mean, driving, I never go anywhere without carrying, a bottle, as I call it. And if I'm going to be doing long distance driving, then I make sure that I wear a pad. Wherever I work, I know the time and the distance that it will take me to get from one place to where the nearest toilet is. So it's little details like that that become important.
But there isn't a provision at the moment that's made. Everybody that I know knows somebody who needs this support, and the provision isn't there for it. So that's why this is so important for us. Hello, my name is Nick Tatum. I'm the Chief Customer Officer at Moto Hospitality. Moto is the largest motorway service provider in the UK, with 54 sites around the UK. We've got to make sure that we cater for all customers and all of their needs. So we're going to be working hard with PHS to make sure that we can provide these facilities for them and look after every customer that visits our sites.
At Northamptonshire County Cricket, where I work, there's at least 3 of us who've gone through this process, and we're very strong supporters at the Club of Prostate Cancer UK. And I'd be delighted if the cricket club, the rugby club, provided those facilities for men. I think a lot of people think that prostate cancer affects men after retirement age. It does affect men of working age, and I think they would be enormously grateful, and it would show their employers had their welfare at heart.
Where you work should feel like a safe place of work. Whatever we can do as a business to reduce that stress and anxiety to both our colleagues and our customers to make their working day better, we're all in. We want to support that. Hi, I'm Neil Page. I'm the Sales Director at Garrick. We at Garrick, we're a leading sustainable solutions provider to the construction industry and also major infrastructure projects across the UK. Through the research that PHS have demonstrated to us, we're sure that providing these facilities to both our own teams in our depots and also within our hire products to our customers, this will help reduce the anxiety created by what is often a taboo subject.
I think we've got to stop thinking that men are not talking and encourage men to talk more, right? So the emphasis should be on, yes, men are talking, but we want more men to talk.
We are committed to transforming the UK's rest stop experience. Providing a safe space for dignified disposal is a great addition to our restrooms, and it helps to break the taboo surrounding male incontinence, and that's a no-brainer for us.
Putting a bin in the toilet will have a massive effect on your well-being, because when you go into that room, right, and you realise, well, hold on, there's help there, there's a bin for me to dispose of what I've got. So that psychologically is winning a small battle, which means you're winning a big war.
It's the fact that this fantastic initiative is supported by Prostate Cancer UK, which is actually a really important charity to me personally. The chance to work with PHS was an absolute no-brainer.
Prostate Cancer UK were absolutely fantastic. They gave me support both mentally and physically.
One of the reasons why I got my PSA tests undertaken regularly because of the work of an ex-England rugby player, Andy Ripley, who I played against and admired enormously. And he sadly lost his life because of prostate cancer. And it was really through the pioneering work of Prostate Cancer UK, even 10, 15 years ago, in bringing it to men's attention, that it caught my attention.
I'm just honoured and proud to be sitting here, right, supporting Prostate Cancer UK and PHS Group and the supporters that you guys have put together to make this campaign happen. And on behalf of all the men out there that are going through this issue, want to have a solution to this issue, at last, somebody has decided to say, you know what, let's come together and do something about this. We want to be your face to make a difference.